Thank you for joining us again. It's the TGIF edition of the Headlines on House 102.3 FM Ibadan, your radio station. My name is Tony Adioye. Don't forget you can be a part of our platforms through these addresses. Official Maestro Petals on Telegram, official Maestro Petals on that platform. You get to drop your comments and also engage with other members on the platform. On WhatsApp, the number to chat with is 070 555 66624. 070 555 66624. To stream live from our website, the address is www.petals1023.com. I am not alone in the studio this morning. I am here with Adibisi Ogunjimi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining me on the show.
It's good to be back here today.
Permit me to say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yes, Happy New Year. It's good to see you again this year, 2024.
It's the first edition of the TGIF Headlines. Before we go and check the stories we have today, I will just take a few comments from the Telegram platform. A video was sent here by Stephen Badamosi. Says Nigeria, the land of inequality and injustice. Look at the Fulanis, Boko Haram, and other terrorists going about with sophisticated weapons in the open broad daylight, celebrating their victories on theft and wanton killings and genocide in Nigeria. Obviously, these people assume they are either the law or above the law of the land. Our federal government says they don't know the whereabouts of these people for them to be arrested and tried. Yet the federal government arrests other people of Nigeria found with laptops or knives or machetes on them. And Nolariwaju Shola replies that saying, when will all this stop? Now we have the reverse president. What if it returns to them? And Namani Stephenson says, good morning, Tony. Good morning to you. According to the video, those guys were not born in Lagos. It's obvious because they don't understand Yoruba language at all. What should be investigated is how they managed to acquire certificates of origin from the various local governments they claim. And this is about the guys who wanted to claim Lagos just to get the army job. And Jabril Momo still replying to Stephen Badamosi. The fact remains that the true Yorubas are not ready. This whole bunch are just selfish ones, and they sell out any Yoruba land that has a vision for its fellow Yoruba. And I commiserate with the family of Baba Olofaino and the entire members of the theatre union on his demise. He made his mark while on stage. May his soul rest in peace. Yes, we've lost another legend. Baba Olofaino, let me get his proper name, so I'll use his actual name. He only acted as Olofaino on multiple, just in a series. He acted as OC in some, he acted as Otun in some. So his name is Chief Adedeji Aderemi, and he passed away at the age of 73. May his soul rest in peace. Now, on these guys who wanted to claim Lagos, blah blah blah. Now the Middle Belt Forum has blamed the Nigerian system for creating the leeway for unscrupulous individuals to trade off job slots and engage in employment racketeering to the detriment of others. The national president of MBF, Dr. Bitrus Bogo, reacting to the recent allegation of racketeering in the Nigerian army recruitment, when non-indigens were said to be taking up slots of other indigens, insisted that the unhealthy development was a self-inflicted systemic problem, according to him. The problem was brought about by what we call quota system. It's a problem that we created for ourselves. It's a Nigerian problem. While we say, okay, let us look for competence, in some areas, the interest quota system has been strictly introduced. As a result of that, somebody is qualified, but because of the quota system, they will not allow the person to gain employment, and there are still spaces left out there. So naturally, people who cannot fill their quota because they do not have qualified people sell or trade their store to other Nigerians who, even after filling their quota, still have so many qualified people who could be employed. It is no doubt a systemic problem because we have lots of problems in the country. that we have not been able to address. So with this whole quotas and excuse, this is trying to say that the North has more qualified people than some parts of Nigeria for those ones to want to steal the indigenship of another state just to get the job, the slot for Lagos State. Because I really don't understand this excuse.
I don't understand myself, but I think you read it again. Read it again, so
Let me just
we
go
can
again.
actually get what he's
The
saying.
problem was brought about by what we call quota system. It's the problem that we created for ourselves. It's a Nigerian problem. While we say, okay, let us look for competence, in some areas, the interest quota system has been strictly introduced. As a result of that, somebody is qualified, but because of the quota system, they will not allow the person to gain employment, and there are still spaces left out there. So naturally, people who cannot fill their quota because they do not have qualified people sell or trade their slot to other Nigerians who, even in filling their quota, still have many qualified people who could be employed.
Okay, now I get it. And I think that's what he's saying there. That there are more qualified people, but the quota given to this part of the country with more qualified people are not enough. The spaces they are given, the slots, are not enough for the number of qualified people that they have. And honestly, I'm not even going to be engaging such discussion. I'm not going to even address that. I'm going to be addressing our own leaders. I'm going to be addressing our own lawmakers. We'll be addressing our own representatives who had this lot and gave them out. Either they sold them out or they gave them out. I don't know. But that's where I'm going to be going. These people that got these slots, they didn't pick it on the floor. This Fulani or these Northerners, let's just call them Northerners. They didn't get this slot. They didn't pick this slot from off the floor. Someone gave it to them, probably sold it to them or gave it to them, whichever was done. But they got that slot from some people, and it's very shameful. It is very shameful when a guy is saying he's from Koshope local government. You can imagine.
Can't even pronounce
he
it.
cannot even pronounce the name of where he claims to have come from, his origin. His local government of origin, he can't even pronounce it well enough. And is it not? It's like, even if I stand today and I tell people, okay, I'm from Edo, you might not even argue until you start asking me some questions. If I still stand today and I tell you I'm from the north, if I don't speak much, you probably would not know. But it's not someone that is already, you are looking like a northerner. There is no way, some people, they have the look of where they come from. They can't pass for any other thing. And those boys that were there in that video, you cannot pass them. In fact, you can't even pass them for a middle belter. Once you stand and you see their faces, you will know that they are from the north. And these people are the ones coming to tell us they are from Ikorodu, they are from Koshope local government in Lagos. And they got this lot. And we are going to have people, qualified Lagosians, who did not get. And this is what we do to ourselves. This is how we should change ourselves in this part of the country. Because I know that, okay, let me not say I know, but I'm almost sure that this kind of thing will not happen to Southwesterners in the north. You can't see a Yoruba man claiming to have come from Barking Ladi. You can't see it. You can't even get the slot. You can't even get it.
Not even Yorubas that have stayed in the north.
Not even Yorubas that have stayed there, that have married. This is it. And why won't they wake up tomorrow and say they own the South, they own Lagos? they own Oyo, they started, their forefathers established Oyo State, and they want to come and, why won't they come tomorrow and tell you? And with all this issue that we are still trying to address in the southwestern part of this country, you know, for fear of sounding tribalistic, but honestly, we have to draw some lines. And it's the responsibility of our lawmakers, our leaders, to draw this kind of lines. And this case should be investigated. They should tell us where they got the slots from. They should tell us who gave them that certificate of origin. Who gave them? How can you say you are from Kosope local government area of Lagos State? Who is your father? Where exactly? And you will see people that are even more qualified, Lagosians there. They are just whiling away there. And this kind of slots they will never get.
And you know, one of our callers during the first leg was like, oh, it's possible you must have been in Lagos for over 10 years. That if you stayed in a place for 10 years, you could acquire the citizenship of that place. But I don't think those guys have stayed in that Lagos for 5 years either.
Even if they are stayed for 20 years, even if they have stayed, this is what happens outside of the country when they say racism. See, sometimes we ourselves, we have to caution ourselves. As an outsider you will forever remain. Even the blacks that have lived all their lives abroad, the blacks that have intermarried, the blacks that have white spouses and white children, they still tell them and they still treat them like blacks that they are. You can't change it. That's what you are. So I laugh when people see. I don't support extremism. I don't support xenophobia. I do not. But my dear, you have to know your limits. You have to know your limits. It's just like a landlord and a tenant. No matter how long you have stayed in a house, you are not the landlord. You are not. If you do not buy that house, you can never be the landlord. You are still a tenant in that house. Yes, some privileges will be accrued to you because you have stayed long. For the number of years you have stayed in that place. Yes, you should be thankful. I don't buy this idea of they might have stayed for over 10 years and they might have acquired the citizenship. Even if you have acquired. So you are now saying that, okay, you are going to put somebody that is a citizen by acquisition ahead of somebody that is a citizen by birth. That does not have any other citizenship. Does that make sense to us? Does that make any sense to us? And I can bet it with you, these people don't have any kind of acquisition. They don't. They got that slot somehow.
Now we're still on this talk on either citizens owning weapons to protect themselves or not. Delta North Senatorial District lawmaker Ned Nwoko has explained why a bill that allows civilians to own and carry firearms should be legislated. He said, an amended bill allowing civilians firearm ownership must be introduced in the Senate. My bill on self-defense and firearm ownership regulation, currently listed in the Senate awaiting its first reading, deals with this pressing issue. I am pleased that the topic has gained national significance, sparking diverse opinions and discussions that predominantly fall into two camps, one in opposition and the other in support. It is evident that the existing security measures have not been efficient in safeguarding our communities. Allowing law-abiding citizens to possess firearms could potentially provide a sense of security and a means to protect themselves and their families from immaculate threats. Now, reading that and knowing how dangerous it could be, I was brought back to a story I saw early this week. A member of parliament from Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni's party was at the center of police postmortem on Tuesday after taking a gun to a New Year Eve's party where someone was shot with it. Emmanuel Pezzolo, a lawmaker, had admitted owning a mini revolver and says he did not fire it. It was discharged by accident, causing a light injury on the leg of a guest, the son-in-law of a bodyguard. So now this person owns a firearm, took it to a party. I don't know why you're going to a New Year Eve's party.
Self-defense, protection.
And then now he got discharged and somebody got hit with it. Thank God it's a light injury and it's by the leg, but he could have claimed someone's life. So yes, while there are advantages to this owning firearms to defend ourselves, there's also a lot of disadvantages. I don't know if we can find a
balance and equilibrium. Yes, I think that is what should be done. We should find, that gun law firearm is ongoing. The war, the fight is ongoing in America. They are always about it. We should carry what and when and how. We cannot give a blanket. Even those that have the license to carry, they are still misusing it. Not to now talk of, and I will never push aside these stats given by Yaba Left. I will not push it aside because it's going to be a very strong foundation to every discussion we are going to be having. We cannot brush it aside that this number of people are not mentally stable. So you now want to give guns into that society unchecked. We were talking and my brother was saying, okay, this is a place that you are in a mall. You are just going to quickly pick whatever you want to buy and leave because you don't know what the next person entering into that through the door, you don't know what he or she wants to come in there to do. You do not know if that child that enters into that classroom has a gun, that he just feels is angry with the world, is angry with everyone, and he just wants to spray everybody. You are at an event, you don't know who is holding what, and you don't know who is going to start shooting in the next minute. So is that a society we want for ourselves? I don't think that's a society we want for ourselves. I don't think so. And in this country, we know how we operate. See, when things like this happen abroad, they always get these guys, they overpower them if they don't kill themselves at the end of the day. At the end of this shooting spree, the person decides to just commit suicide in the long run. And if not, the police will overpower the person or look out for the person and pick the person. Tony, can we do that here? Just imagine that Bodija market. Just imagine. As everybody is gathered, probably you want to buy pepper and you are just gathering, haggling. Okay, one basket is 2.5. Let me pay 2. Imagine that kind of crowd, and someone just gets angry. Yeah, I take for many change, mini. Or you are in a taxi, you are in a cab. You know the way you talk to the cab drivers and the way they talk back, and both of you have guns. You can just imagine that kind of a society. Is that what we want for ourselves? Is that what we want for ourselves? I don't think that's the kind of society we want our children to grow in. No. We have to look for other ways to secure ourselves. Yes, we can give licenses, but let us determine the kind of people that will have access and to what kind of firearms. We have light arms. We have bigger ones or stronger ones. I don't know the words that I use for those ones now. But you get my point. So we have them in categories. Maybe we start with the light arms that can't actually kill. Or maybe we start with pepper spray. Yes, we start with tasers. Yes, we can actually get that for ourselves, just to protect ourselves. But Tony, guns. I think we have to think very well about it. We have to yes. It's kind of a repulsion to an attacker when he knows or when she knows that, okay, this person I want to go and attack probably has a gun too. You get my, so it puts them off. But I think the disadvantages are more than the advantages at the end of the day. But if that is the way to go to protect ourselves, because yes, we are looking at the society, we are looking at ourselves, we are looking at the communal life that we have built for ourselves, and at the same time we have to look at the aggressor. We have to look at those that have decided to continually attack us. Because I'm sure it is in that light that our lawmakers are trying to make this law. It is in that they are thinking of these external aggressions that we face on a daily basis. At the end of the day, I think we are just going to find that middle place. We are going to find it and see what we can come up with. Because we cannot continue like this. We can't continue to just lie down and be helpless while somebody just comes in and kills you. They go back. They can come in anytime they want. They can sack your village whenever they feel like. They can kill, they can maim, they can rape, they can kidnap. Anytime they just feel like it. Because they know that you are almost helpless.
A convicted criminal attacked and assaulted a Las Vegas judge during a hearing after she refused to grant him bail. Convicted offender Deborah DeLone Redden attacked Clark County District Court Judge Mary Kay on Wednesday as she was in the middle of giving a sentence. The moment Redden sprang up from where he was standing and jumped onto the judge's bench to tackle her was captured in a video. I saw the video. It felt like if you know how high a frog can jump. No, seriously, it felt like I was watching a movie. I wanted to, maybe it was acted and maybe there were ropes tied to him. And the jump was smooth. He jumped from where he was standing. I noticed before I saw him jumping, I noticed she saw him and she stood up and she was about to. She did not dodge. She was not able to dodge because that jump was
precise.
It was accurate. The way he jumped and he landed on her. I don't know how he jumped from where he was standing, and you know there's a high bench to your head.
Yes.
So he jumped from where he was standing, normal floor. He jumped and
landed on the woman.
On her. And then I think he was going to beat her or something.
Her, yes.
But thank God that there were security around to hold him back, and I'm like, this proves that you did the crime.
What was his crime? I think it was
assault.
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 He doesn't need any judgment. He does not need anyone to pass his judgment anymore. He already passed his own judgment. Yes, because I saw the picture too, but I didn't see the video.
I'll be impressed.
Yes, I didn't see the video, but I saw the way. When I saw the picture, I knew it must have jumped really good because it was precise. It was on the woman. He was on the woman, and I'm like, what? Why? You were standing in trial for an offense, and in that stand, you still committed the same offense. So, do you need anyone now to witness against you?
You just rot in prison.
Do you need anyone to witness against you that you are a beater? No. I think she judged. She moved away.
It's not complete. I'll find it for you. He picked her.
He picked her up.
And I'm like, this is the freedom they think their society has given them.
What freedom?
I don't know, because I feel like they are so delusional in that part of the world
What
to think
freedom?
they can demand unnecessary
No,
justice.
he just gave his own sentence,
Yeah.
because I don't think he needs any sentence anymore. He has just sentenced himself, because you're standing trial for an offense, and you are committing same offense, even worse, more grievous. At this time, you landed on a judge. Goodness, and wow, this is serious. This is very serious. I don't know. I don't know who is going to save him this time. And he's
Even,
still
yes,
very
he still
angry.
wanted to go
He
and
wants to
get
beat
her.
the woman. What's the... See, this is what we see. He's not even sorry.
At all.
He's not sorry. So there's even no need to even
Just
put him.
leave him there.
Just
Forget him there.
just let him go and do his time, because he will do worse things.
Yes.
If he was alone with that woman, he would do worse things, because I'm sure, and I really want to know who he assaulted before he was brought in to stand trial. Maybe it was a woman, because there are some kind of psychos that don't like women.
He was arrested and faced multiple felony charges, including battery on a protected person. The attack occurred. Okay, now back to the attack. Well, apparently it's not his first time. Multiple.
That he needs. I think he needs treatment. He needs treatment, and the way it looks like, there are some sick people that don't like women in high places. They don't like to see women talk. They don't like to see women doing anything tangible. I'm sure there will be a name for them. They just feel, who is she? What is she saying? What's she doing? He just wants to silence, because that was what must have triggered that anger in him. That okay, it's even a woman that is going to. So that was why he had that feeling to jump from wherever he was, and he was going to silence that woman. That what is wrong with you? Who are you? They should give him his time, and he should go and rest. He needs that rest and that treatment.
Now, early this week, the governor of Lagos State caught some bikers riding against the traffic, and he picked one of them up. And one of them, that one specifically, the video I saw, he was like, "I'm a soldier," and then the governor was like, "The more reason why I will lock you up. You're supposed to at least obey the traffic. Yeah, you're saying you are a soldier." And there's been reactions. So you would think, I am surprised at these reactions, so I'm just going to take them one after the other. A soldier recorded, and he was ranting. He serves in the north. He said, "Did I just hear your governor calling a soldier, a lance corporal, useless? A lance corporal. This man broke his arm. They fired at the man. There is iron in his hand. You're calling a soldier useless in front of those idiots, those civilians." DSS was pushing a soldier. In any situation where you find yourself as a soldier, the army only gives you 5 seconds to compose yourself. So after that, you must know how to reply to any attack or anything that comes your way, because he's a soldier. I know he arrested the soldier. He was shocked that the governor was arresting him. That's the soldier was shocked. I know I am not perfect, and I'm not saying that I am. But in any situation I find myself, especially beside your barracks, nobody can arrest you. I repeat, nobody can arrest you, because you have to stand your ground and nobody will slap you there. No DSS or police can slap you because you refuse to go. Why will you arrest me when there are IPs and military police? Okay, military because I took one way beside my barrack. What if I just took the bike out to buy something? Do I have to take the long route because I want to buy something? Who does that? In which army? So now, your governor has the guts to arrest and even call a soldier useless. To be sincere, Lagos has been experiencing too much peace. Let's tell the truth. Lagos has been experiencing too much peace. Let us assume this happened in the northeast where I am. Is it here the governor's convoy that is taking one way will arrest the soldier taking one way? Isha went on. Do I just finish what he said?
I don't think we need to. I don't think we need to finish everything he's saying.
Yes,
it's just
one
that,
more.
okay.
He said the governor constituted nuisance. You are there pursuing civilians. What if they get involved in accident along the line? Isha went on. So as a soldier now, you're not supposed to obey traffic. Because the saying you have to pass on.
Yes, this thing, when I saw that video myself I think on Wednesday, was it?
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay, early this week. When I saw the video, and I did not even know because I didn't finish watching it, so I didn't know he actually arrested. I just learned that these people ran away after citing Governor Sanwo-Olu, blah blah blah. So I didn't even know that he arrested a soldier. So it was later when I read this man's reaction that I'm like, okay, there was actually a soldier there, and I think he was the only one that got arrested because he didn't run away. You understand? Others ran when they saw the governor. He didn't run, and I didn't like it too. See, I don't know how they operate. I don't understand their hierarchy. I don't know how they interface. You understand? But I personally I felt the man should have been accorded some kind of respect. If they are not going to even pardon him, you understand? If they are not going to allow him fly that one way, I expected a kind of, especially from the DSS officials there. You know, the governor is a civilian. He probably might not know how to handle such situation properly. The DSS officials there, I think, should have kind of. I'm just saying, this is my opinion, and I'm limited in my knowledge of their interface. But I think the DSS officials there could have found a way to caution the governor a little. Okay, maybe, sir, leave him. We will handle it. You understand? So they would not have exposed the governor to this exhibition of anger, because the governor was visibly angry himself. He was disappointed that they were flying and a soldier was flying. So he didn't even wait for any kind of explanation. You understand? Apart from the fact that you are a soldier, I'm a soldier. And it was like, so you are a soldier, the more reason I'm going to arrest you, because you should know better than flying this one way. Because if people were flying this one way, you should arrest them. So why should it be you flying this one way? And this man reacting, this one is just, I think it's just ranting, because the reaction is not supposed to come from him. Whatever reaction that should follow this action by Governor Sanwo-Olu should be from the Nigerian army. And it should not be a pedestrian reaction. It shouldn't be an on the street reaction. It's supposed to be from an office to another office. The correspondence is supposed to go from the Nigerian army to the office of the governor of Lagos State, because the governor was himself on ground here to arrest this man. You understand my point? And you remember that time Governor Sanwo-Olu had this standoff with a policeman. Was it a policeman or a soldier? During a demolition. I don't know if you remember that story. And the governor said they should vacate the place, and the soldier said the governor should call his boss. Do you remember that story? Yes. You remember? Yes. He was a police officer. Yes. So the policeman was there. They were guarding this estate that was supposed to be demolished, or there was an issue around the estate, and the governor wanted them to leave. You understand? But the man said he could not leave, and he would advise the governor to call his boss to tell him. It was a big issue at the time, really, because people felt the governor was undermined. People felt he insulted the governor, and in fairness to the officer, he did not insult the governor. He did not insult. He was very courteous to the governor. He didn't insult the governor. He just let the governor realize that he could not answer to the governor because the governor did not post him there. However that should be resolved, I do not know. You get my point. So I'm not saying it was right. I'm not saying the governor was right. I'm just saying that Governor Sanwo-Olu has been involved in this kind of power tussle, hierarchy issue with the force before. He should know better than getting involved with this soldier at this time. He probably should have just left it to the DSS to carry on. with the man or asked, okay, what should be done to this man now? Because there's a way they handle themselves, really. Because he's a soldier. Yes, he should not be breaking the law. But, sometimes soldiers, you don't know why. You don't know why he's plying the road. He can tell you that he received an intelligence. He can tell you that he saw something he was going after. You understand? And so I think this reaction should come from the Nigerian army, honestly. And if they are going to write to the governor to not do that again, or to have at least found another way to do that, because you cannot be undermining our military officials like that.
He didn't know he was a military official before.
He didn't know. So when he now knew, when that man said, I'm a soldier, well, one would have expected, okay, maybe not a slap on the back anyway, not a pat on the back, no, but maybe a milder way. Because see, there is a way, if you do not uphold the integrity and the respect for these people, the society will not respect them. And they deserve that respect. They deserve that respect. Yes, we know that they themselves, they sometimes abuse these things, but it is when we respect them like that, that they are able to discharge their duties more. And other people will respect them for us. Other countries will respect them for us. So he is a soldier. I wonder why he was going about too on a bike that morning. I wonder what he was looking for, taking that one way, but it was behind their barracks. So you don't know if that is how they go about. We do not know. So I think Governor Sanwo-Olu should tread softly, more cautiously when he's dealing with these military officers. Because I really do not want him to be undermined. I will not like it. See, what if this man had stood up to him? What if this soldier had insulted him? He could have.
His colleagues are doing that now.
He could have. He could have rubbished the governor. Yes, they will still take him away, but he could have insulted the governor. He could have done anything to the governor there, verbally. Now, so how would we feel? How would the governor have felt? So the governor should, when he wants to deal with military people henceforth, I think he should leave their lives to deal with them. DSS officials were there. You hand it over to them, not the governor directly talking with the man, exchanging you are a soldier. The more reason I'm going to arrest you. No.
Now, a security analyst, Nwaeze Victor, said the viral video of Governor Sanwo-Olu talking to a soldier really wasn't professional as a leader, and it wasn't a good way to handle the issue, even if he was a civilian too. The 9th Brigade commander intervened on the matter yesterday, and the soldier was released. It was also discovered that the soldier was a passenger who was standing where the Okada drivers were staying, and he did not own a motorcycle. Respect for soldiers is very important as a nation. The video has gone viral, and it gave a bad light. I hope the governor will make a public apology to the person.
Did you say that? I have not even read that. See, I think that is just it. Now the man did not even own a bicycle. He wasn't even riding a bicycle. He was standing there. So the more reason the governor showed, and the handlers of the governor showed, they should let him know when not to react. Because that time too, when he had that face-off or stand-off, whatever it was with that police officer, everyone was like, the governor should not have engaged this police officer. The governor has the commissioner of police with him. He has the IGP's he could have just called his boss. He had no business interacting with that police officer on duty. He didn't put him there. He did not expect him to answer to him to leave a place where his boss ordered him to stand. So I think these things should be spelled out. They should be spelled out, really. Respect for our soldiers, very key. Very, very key. We have to respect them. Yes, we will talk about that. That is the talk for another day, Tony. But today we are talking about us respecting them.
All right. You remember the two special constabulary officers that were dismissed? Now,
Give us money.
Someone had an interview with them and asked them to just their opinion of what happened, and then the person asked them that the stuff that happened. The person said the two men said, "Asukun, they stripped us of our uniform. They naked us. They now said that they were actually joking with the Igbo, that they said should be since to do Igbo that they were playing, that besides they ask for money from Nigerians because they've not been paid, that they've been working, I think, 2 years 3 months, if I'm correct with the date, the year they mentioned, and that they've not been paid. They've been asking for their payments and their payment has not been coming in. So that the only way they know to survive or to get money is by extortion. But that specific biker, that they were just joking, that they were just playing around. And now that they've lost their job, they don't know what to do. And actually felt bad for them.
Yes, we felt bad for them. Remember, I think we talked about it last week, and we were like, okay. When I saw the video too, I perceived that they were joking, and I said that much, and I also added that if she had given, I'm sure they would have taken. Not that they would say, don't worry, I'm buying Shirene. No, they would have taken it.
Yes.
You understand? But they weren't forceful about it. They were not fighting her. They were joking with her. It was obvious in that video. You know, they were actually looking at her monitoring system. You know? Yes. They were joking. They called you know, they were having fun with her. If they knew, they probably would have even taken pictures with her. You understand? But it just turned out that the lady had a camera on them, and everyone felt they were trying to extort her, and the police felt they should just strip them and dismiss them.
Do you know there was another video from that same lady? I think when she got to the north or the north central, a soldier was also interacting with her. I think he was even toasting her.
Yes, no.
So I saw that. They were just fascinated.
Yes, it's funny. A lone rider, biker, woman. You understand? Now you don't know how she looks. I'm sure she's white. And they are like, where are you going to? Where are you coming from? Where are you going? Oh yeah, give us something now. Give us money.
What you bring from?
Money. You know, I felt we went too far dismissing these people. And now nobody's going to be addressing the fact that they had not been paid for the past 2 years, according to them. Nobody's going to look in that direction now. We are not saying it's a reason for them to extort. No. But why have they not been paid? We were asking for state police. You gave us constabularies. Abi? Now you have given constabularies now. Why are you not paying them? Are they not going to start doing worse things? See, if people work and you don't pay them, you can't hold them responsible for any vice they commit. 2 whole years and some months, grown men, old men like this, with huge responsibilities, they took this job because they felt, okay, at least it would put something on their tables. But now they have worked for 2 years. The police should come out and tell us why they have not been paid. Why have they not been paid? And you are so quick to strip them because of a video. The things we do to ourselves, really.
Another set of officers have been dismissed by the Lagos State Police Command. They were dismissed as a result of armed robbery, official corruption, and illegal duty. Their dismissal was ordered by the Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Zone 2. Now, they were said to have been armed with 2 submachines, rifle, and live ammunition. They reportedly searched an apartment belonging to a man without a warrant and made away with 5 phones, 6 phones. No, I don't want to mention the brands. 1, that's 5, 6, 7. 7 phones, 2 laptops, and 2 laptops. Now, according to the statement that was released, police officers attached to Ifo Division mounted a roadblock after other residents of the apartment informed them of the incident with the description of the vehicle that led to the apprehension of the occupant of the vehicle without ASP Ajayi Victor, who led the illegal operation. He is currently at large. So there were 3. One of them is at large. The AIG has directed that the dismissed officers be charged to, and they took some valuables.
Police officers.
Yes.
Still in service.
Yep.
Okay, it's good that they got some of them. And the other one at large, I'm sure they will get into. The police will work when actually they really want to work. They will get it. They will get it.
Still in Lagos, the police command is probing the alleged assault on a lady by suspected members of the Oodua People's Congress. The lady accused the OPC members of brutalizing her. She said the incident happened at the instance of her former boyfriend, whom she claimed invited men to discipline her brother, whom she said earlier had a clash with one of the guys. She sustained serious injuries. See her story. My former boyfriend came to our house on Friday, December 29th, and met my brother. My brother told him not to enter the house. He should not sit on our bed, and that he should call my line since I was not around, and I was the one he wanted to see. He then got there. I started hitting him with something, and he left, but he went and invited members of the OPC to come and discipline my brother. I and my brother could not sleep, and my brother could not walk well. Now, I'm sure this person went to bring his members because we are so and so, we have power. You should not hit me, you should not intimidate me, once. I want to know what the investigation of this is going to be, but regardless of, I don't think anyone should be beaten like this. This is just a picture that is not so clear, but still.
The lady said the man is her ex.
Now ex, he has to be ex now.
And no, before the scuffle, was he an ex?
Why did you broke up with him at that point?
So I honestly, I don't know how to even react to that story, except for the assault part. You should not assault anyone like that, and they should be taken up. It should be thoroughly investigated, and they should be dealt with, no matter what the situation is. You went to a lady's house. The brother tells you not to. Okay, don't sit. She's not around. Call him. Is that too much? I'm sure probably the lady was trying to break up with him, and he wasn't going to have it. So that was why the brother was like, okay, call her. She's not around. And she was inside because the later screamed and she came out. So she was in. She didn't want to see the guy, but the brother was the one that she sent, tell him I'm not around. So the guy wouldn't have any of that because he knew she was around. So he got angry. He got into a fight with the brother. She came out and started hitting him too. And the guy went for a reinforcement. And he brought in his guys. Yes, and they beat them up. I think it's more than 2 fighting. Is it still 2 fighting?
No.
It's more than 2 fighting.
It's not even 3 fighting.
It's a group fight. So they are going to. They should pick him up really. They should pick him up for that assault. Probably on the lady because he was in a fight with the guy. So maybe this assault on the lady should be taken up.
Now you've heard of the undercover reporter who exposed the certificate racketeering that is happening. Now the NYSC has explained how this undercover reporter breached their site twice. The National Youth Service Corps has explained how the undercover reporter mobilized for the NYSC in 2019 and the same in 2023. Speaking on Channels TV, the Director of Public Affairs, Mr. Eddie Megwa, said the reporter changed his email address and phone number to be drafted again into the scheme. It is not that we don't have checks and balances in places to detect possible breaches of the system. When the undercover reporter first put in his data, the system rejected him because he had served in the scheme before. He later changed his email address and his phone number, which made the system to accept him, and he was initially posted to Osun State. He did that because he was out for a particular purpose. We are looking at the situation and ensure that it doesn't happen again. We don't have a database of graduates to serve in the scheme. We only rely on the list sent to us by the senates of various universities, stating number of graduates to expect from them. This all he breached twice. It's just excuse, right?
Yes,
I mean, it's obviously not.
And he could not even defend it well enough, because I think he was asked at some point that with all the NIN and every other bio data, why was it not revealed that, okay, this guy because even if he changed his email address, he changed his phone number, he couldn't have changed his face, he couldn't have changed his thumbprint, he couldn't have changed a lot of things on the NIN. So how did it happen? How did he succeed in breaching the system twice? Well, that speaks volume about how porous our systems are in this country. And I'm sure NYSC will take this up now and try to beef up as far as their processes are concerned. You know, I can't really blame them, because this guy was actually out for a purpose. He was out for a reason. So he would have gone to he would have gone many extra miles to get it done. You understand? Even if it means disguising, to take pictures, to take passports, I'm sure he would have. So I think they will just try and find a way around beefing up better, so we don't have a recurrence of this.
Well, the NYC has a lot of beefing up to do. Now, the National Association of Nigerian Students President for Benin Republic, Hugo Chukwufavor, has called for the arrest of the reporter, Umar Audu, who went undercover to expose the corruption in the issuance of certificates in the country. He said, your passport was stamped while you were not available there. Now, and that aside, this guy served in 2019 and he still served again in 2023. He has to be arrested. This guy needs to be arrested because I know he's a reporter who is trying to clear out some things. But on that note, you are trying to implicate some persons now, because in a sense you are trying to implicate the government, the NYSC, and the immigration. I'm not doubting that. Okay, when he was asked if the reporter's efforts expose people and should be addressed, he said, I am not doubting that. But since this is out already, I want to urge the government to look into it and take the necessary steps as fast as possible. Why are we calling for the arrest of this undercover reporter?
Well, if he's found to have breached some security points, I think they should. Because, see, all this undercover thing. Okay, who sent him on the undercover? He sent himself.
Ask his media house.
Maybe. So if he was on official duty, then the media house will have him covered. But if he went by himself, I'm sure he probably would have committed some offenses on the way. Because this registration twice for NYC is even an offense. It's an offense. Now this guy, this Nance president is saying, okay, how did he get stamped when he was not on ground?
Yeah, he mentioned in his report that he didn't leave the country throughout the
and he was everywhere. He didn't leave the country, but he was everywhere, registering, entering, processing. You get my point. So I think this undercover thing, they should find the better way of doing it. They do not have backends. Don't embark on this undercover, because by the time the report will be out, you will think you want to expose some things. You will just end up exposing yourself. If they start asking him a lot of questions now, I'm sure he's going to be indicting himself. He's going to be indicting himself. Because they would ask him, how did you get this? If you had not done this, how did you get this? So if it is now only if he was sent, if he had that backing, that he will be safe. Otherwise, he's going to end up, see, it will just be the hunter becoming the hunted, eventually for him. Tony, I don't know if you saw this video of rice given by the president to our lawmakers to share. There's this lawmaker from Edo State that actually made the video. He was the one that caused the wahala for everybody. He made the video. Look for it. He made the video, just Edo lawmaker on Tinubu rice. So he made the video with a lot of bags of rice, and he was telling the public that, okay, this is the rice that they got, and they are getting in batches from the president to share for their people during the Yuletide. Have you seen it? During the Yuletide. So they are asking us if our lawmakers, if they dish it. So they said we should ask our lawmakers if they actually dish it with our own bags of rice. Yes, okay, that's the, you know, like this meme, they'll always tell you, this is where we have been. That's what we are trying to settle. So it's what we have been trying to settle now.
Okay, that's what we are trying to settle.
Yes, that's what we are trying to settle since yesterday. So we are asking our lawmakers now if they got rice, or if they have gotten rice, because they said they are sharing in batches. They are dispatching them in batches. So we want to know those who have got and those who have not got, and when they are going to get, and how they are going to share it. So that it has numbers.
Okay. So the lawmaker in a viral video told the supporters to demand from their representatives and senators the whereabouts of bags of rice as approved by President Tinubu for each of the 360 House of Representative members
and the
and 109 senators.
Yes.
Well, he said President Bola Ahmed Tinubu ordered the Ministry of Agriculture to allocate 100 million naira worth of rice and other grains to each of the 360 and 109 lawmakers. The allocation was 200 million naira worth of rice palliatives to share. Please, my people, did your honorable members of senators hear Tinubu's rice in your constituency?
No, for the reps, 100 million worth. For the senators, 200 million.
Don't mind if they brand it with their pictures.
We don't even mind if they like the brand.
You know, this man took the 2023 slogan personal. The slogan is no grief for anybody.
No grief. Okay, 2024 slogan. Who gave you the slogan?
That's it now. No grief for anybody.
Who gave you the slogan? That's it. So it's the question we are asking, and that's what we have been trying to settle since yesterday that I saw it.
No wonder.
So where did the rice end up? So we are asking. He said we should not mind if you have branded it in your names and your colors and your pictures for the constituents. So all the bags of rice, at least how many did each rep get? How many did each senator get? And who got what from? We know some lawmakers have been sharing, really. Even in Oyo State, some lawmakers have been sharing, but we just did not know if the ones they shared is their personal gift to the people, or this is President Tinubu's rice. I think we need to know. We need that clarification, really, so we can tell this honorable member that we have heard that. No, you've not got it. We have heard about it. At least we heard that they shared it, the rice from President Tinubu.
Now, a Nigerian Railway Corporation official was arrested earlier on Thursday, December 4th, at the Ebute train station for alleged ticket racketeering. The accused, who is still unnamed, was taken by security officials after stranded passengers protested over alleged racketeering of tickets by the officials. In a video shared, Security officers who appeared to be Nigerian Security and Civil Defense cooperatives were seen shoving the yet to be identified official into a room where he was detained. This alleged action by the NRC official comes despite an initiative by President Tinubu's administration that made train services free from December 21st to January 4th and has even been extended till Sunday, 7th of January 2024.
Okay.
Now, recounting our experience, an eyewitness told newsmen that the NRC official informed them that some personnel were offering to sell a standard class ticket to her for 3,000 naira instead of 3,600 naira. She said when we arrived there, the guy said we can book a ticket from him online, that she's going to sell it for us for 3,000 instead of 3,600, and that there's no available ticket now. You need to see her face, so innocent. She was just recounting what happened. She was like that she didn't even understand what was happening. And she was like, how would you sell for me 3,000 instead of 3,600? Aren't you supposed to sell higher self since you're taking someone else? That she was just like, what was happening? That before you knew, they were dragged, they just picked. Coppers were moving around, and then the guy tried to run, so they picked him up, and then he was taken away.
Core members.
No, some core members were moving around. I think some core members serving at the train station.
Okay.
So when he saw them, the guy tried to run, and then
dodge.
he was picked by the security.
Let me tell you my experience about this free train, because I enjoyed it. When I was going, I tried to book online. Actually, I even want to use this opportunity to appreciate the PRO of Railway Oyo State, Mr. Wale Ayeni, was really helpful to me. He helped me all through. I really thank him for his kindness, because it was really kind. I was on his neck. I was calling him like every time, and he actually helped me out a lot, and I want to appreciate him. You know, I tried booking online. I didn't know the website, so I called him. He sent it to me, and he told me when to book that. The network was jammed because of the traffic. You know, once it was free, everyone was booking. So he said I should just try, give me some hours to try and all. So I could not, eventually I was able to get. So I went. So when I was coming, I could not book online. But that wasn't a problem, really. If you could not book online, you could get to the train station, and since it was free, there was space, and you would sit. But you now know what we discovered. We actually now discovered that some people, I would not say officials because I don't know, some people had booked fully. You understand? So it's like they had secured the tickets. They would now offer it for sale for you if they see your desperation, if they see your like they will just call you and they will ask you, do you want ticket? Okay, just go and sit down, because it's free. You can actually just go in and sit down.
True.
You understand? Because the only reason you will not be able to sit is if the train is full. Do not mind the ticket being fully booked. Okay, like the one I came home with was coming from Lagos. Some people dropped at Abeokuta. So the spaces were free for those of us entering from Abeokuta, regardless of ticket or no ticket. You could actually go in and sit. And another problem I encountered was the people that were actually looking for their seat number, to sit exactly on their seat number.
Nigerians and drama.
You understand? This is free, for crying out loud. Come in, sit anywhere. But some people are so finicky about, okay, this is my number. At the end of the day, people were like, please sit anywhere. Sit anywhere. Nobody is really after numbers here. Just sit. Once you are on board, sit. We didn't pay. It's free. Sit down. So I think subsequently in future we are going to be doing this. It was a good initiative from the federal government, and it was worth it. It worked. See, don't mind what people will tell you. There was no stress about it at all. Even if you could not book online, just get to the train station. The people there the officials were very nice. They would just tell you, okay, just stand by first. Let us attend to those who are booked online, which is normal, which is fair enough. So those who have booked will come in. Then if you have not, they will just tell, they will check your ID card. Okay, go in and wait for the train. So when the train came, we all boarded. We all left. So I think another problem we had was the standard and the business. You understand, the coaches. Some people wanted business class, but since it was free, everybody was everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were booking a business, if you wanted business and you could not have booked it online, you didn't succeed in booking online, then you probably would just have to risk it by sitting there, hoping that nobody will come and tell you to stand.
Stand up for my seat.
Exactly. So if you are lucky enough, nobody has booked that seat number, you sit and you get to your destination. That was my experience, really, and it was a nice one for me. It was good, really good.
I'm glad to know that.
Yes, it was really, really good. No stress at all. You just get in there. You just get in. They will just tell you, go in through any door that is open. So no business, no standard, no nothing. Just go in through any door that you see that is open. Just go in, find a place and sit. Provided nobody is going to come and tell you and show you the ticket, his or her ticket. Okay, this is my number. Stand up. No. If there's nobody that is coming to tell you that, you just sit there and you are at your destination.
But really, people who come to show, is it that show tickets? Is it that they don't understand that you can sit anywhere, or just?
Well, some people some people felt they had to sit according to number to avoid problems. But eventually, when they now realized that everyone was just sitting, they sat anywhere too.
But some people still have to.
They sat anywhere because our numbers were scattered, really. Our numbers were scattered. My children got other numbers. I was like, so how are we going to sit? So I will be looking at my son ahead of me. My daughter will be behind. My husband would know I can't do that. So we just sat together, hoping that nobody will come and tell us to stand up and all. And it was beautiful.
The Lagos State Building Control Agency has condemned the increasing attacks on its enforcement officers when carrying out their official duties. According to LSBCA's General Manager, Mr. Gbolahan Oki, some officials of the agency were recently attacked while on a routine monitoring exercise around Musical Village, Awolowo Road. He said these assailants not only obstruct our staff, but also held them hostage for hours. These acts of hooliganism will not deter us from carrying out our duties. Thankfully, we managed to overcome these attacks without any casualties. Now, I think these are the people that are demolishing houses in Lagos. And people attacking them, I really don't understand. It's not going to stop anything. If you attack them and something happens to them, they will be replaced with other officials that will continue to do it. I don't know what these people want, because if you're saying they should not demolish your house when other buildings have been demolished, how fair do you think that is?
I think they too should get themselves protected. How would you be going to demolish people's houses and you don't have security details, you don't have protection? Are you serious? You should get police protection. You are going to offend some people. Some people, they will be there waiting for you. Some people will not even attack you. They will just sit tight in the house, demolish us with the house.
They also go around to check, to monitor houses and make sure that they are safe and they don't collapse. Although I don't know how they do that.
Whatever that is. You know, some old people will sit tight in that house and tell you they are not going anywhere. So demolish me with the house. So are they going to now? So who is going to help them to take such an old person out? They should go with police protection. You can't just be going to demolish people's houses or shops and you are just there all by yourself. They will attack you. Just like they attack firefighters. They will attack you because they are not coming to do something that is making them happy. You are rendering them homeless, shopless, and you think they will be hailing you. No. So you go there with police protection. The police, in fact, advanced team should have gone before you to evacuate them. So by the time you come, the whole place is secured. the whole place is free for you to work. Not that you just come in and you say they are attacking you. They are not attacking you.
Kingsmen in a village in Imo State reportedly banished their son's second wife for getting married to him without their approval. According to she was sent packing because no one from the community approved of her attended her marriage to the man. The in-laws revealed that she took advantage of the man's issue with the first wife in order to marry him. In the video, the irate in-laws can be seen ordering her to leave their son alone and never return to his house or the community. They almost beat her up, but for the timely intervention of security personnel. The residents pleaded with the security personnel not to intervene as it was a private matter and it was a village matter. Therefore, the community members, before banishing her, proceeded to lecture the second wife on the stance of the family as regards her marriage. They noted that they only recognized the first wife as the man's legitimate wife. One of the in-laws said, "If you have succeeded in deceiving him, you will not deceive the entire family." And they made sure she let all of them. I saw the video. The video was some minutes long, and they were telling her to leave and never to come back in her entire life, that they never want to see her again. And I checked the comment section, and they were like, in some places, those things have negative impact on the village,
On the family, on the village.
yes, so that they had to tell her to leave. And then I saw some comments saying that when will this happen to a certain lady, that's
I know who they will be talking about.
But like, I was surprised to see that they didn't advocate for, since he's a man, his wife didn't do him well, and since he has married her, let it be.
You can't say. See, there is culture. No matter what we have brought upon ourselves, there is culture. So we cannot bypass culture. The man knows. The man in question, he knows where he's from.
Yes, because he didn't fight them.
He knows the situation. He knows the stance of his village as far as marriage is concerned. So even if he was going to take another wife, he should have at least tried to get their consent. And now that he had done so without their consent, he should learn to keep that wife away from them. And the girl too should learn to stay away from them, because they did not marry her. And they have told her that the only recognized person in this house is the first wife. So maybe she has to wait for the first wife to leave, or for them to go and return her bride price, whatever it is that should be done. And by the way, I even saw one picture of Yul Edochie saying to his first wife that bride price, that he has asked for the bride price.
His auntie replied,
you and your people,
she said he should have gone back to her village to return it, because according to their tradition, he used to go back and ask for the bride price, not that he should tell her to bring it.
Okay. So he should go to the village and go and collect it where he dropped it, where he paid.
Now, another side chick and main chick. Okay. Now, this man's extra this thing. She posted the picture of the wife of the man she's dating, and then she was like, "Happy death year," instead of New Year, to this girl. This year no go pass you by. As you say, you don't want to leave this man for me. Then she cursed. She posted again, "I'm ready for you this year. Since you don't want to leave him, I'm ready for you. For man we no love you, you no want leave him. Make it day with who you love. Leave him for me. If not, your pikin. Now I go start with. You think say na marriage you did? Now your husband no dey sleep for house." Then she wrote a whole lot of stuff. And the lady replied, "But me, I don't think her reply is necessary. This is somebody who has just threatened your child and yourself. Shouldn't you go and report this to the police or something?"
What is even the report there? Where is the man in the question?
At least somebody that says you start with your child.
I always, this is one thing I respect men who have women outside that don't disturb their wives. if you want to go outside, nobody is holding your legs. But the problem will start when that one outside begins to. It's supposed to be the other way around. So now it's not now happening like that. It is now the person that is outside that now wants to be threatening. Look at all this she's spewing out. And where is the man in question?
Who knows? Because I didn't even see them.
Is the woman even serious at home? That one in the house.
For drugs.
No, is that one at home? Is she serious at all? Why is she replying? Why is she replying? And now people will come now and they'll start saying, fight for him. Fight for your marriage. Fight for your as per what? I always see this man that you want to be fighting for. Does he want to be fought for? Does he want to be fought for? You can't fight for somebody that doesn't want to be fought for. You can't. A man has a woman outside and has given that woman such liver. He has given that woman such assurance to the extent that one has gone out, calling out the woman in the house and her children, threatening them. And you are replying the girl. That's below. It's below you. Why would you reply her? Who is she to you? You have a business with the man at home. And if he doesn't want to be fought for, if he doesn't want to have a business with you, please.
Now, I saw the video of the national chairman of the NURTW, MC Oluomo, passionately singing the national anthem. At the event they were singing the national anthem, and
he joined them and sang.
I saw him basically chewing his mouth.
Okay, that is where the problem is. The fact that he was chewing his mouth.
He was chewing so badly.
And the camera was on him.
Yeah. So I rewatched to the point where I wanted the others to go silent so I can even hear what he was saying. And I'm like,
how are you sure he was producing any sound? He probably was just mouthing it.
Who does this? I'm sure we have people in our public office.
No, leave that national anthem. A lot of people do. See, really, another problem we have with national anthem is some people can actually sing it, they can't recite it.
Oh.
Yes. So see, as I am now, I don't think I can say the national anthem. I can sing it.
Arise, O compatriots. Nigeria calls.
See how you are posting.
Yeah,
you are posting because you have to remember. Yes.
Yeah, but at least we can say it.
Yes.
Not to Sawisa.
Excuse me. Tony, please. And the national pledge too. You can just recite that one, and some people can't.
Oh.
Yes, some people can't. And some people it just escapes them once you put them in the limelight. Once they are under the light to perform it, it just escapes them.
Yeah.
Yes. They just go blank. They go blank. Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's call obey to serve our fatherland with love and strength to the labor of our heroes past. I have to mentally say. I sing it at the back of my mind before I say it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's normal for songs.
Because we learned
we
learnt it as a song, not as a recital. So leave MC Oluomo alone, please.
Now, Toyin Lawani.
I do.
She posted something. She said it's becoming very crazy. See, if you're swinging for if you are in that community, and stop deceiving people into marriage till you have kids with them and then disgrace them. But women, how can you not know the man that your man moves like that? I believe some of these women even know and are in denial. There's no way and there's no trace that you won't know that blah blah blah. Like apparently there's been a report that men who swing for the same side
Mm.
are getting married to
Yes,
women
now just for the cover.
just for the cover.
Yes.
And then I noticed Nkechi Blessing also posted, if na man you like, stay with man. Why waste a woman's time like this? After 3 kids,
I'm
story
sure there's
long.
who is the person in question?
Now everybody's even asking. They should tell us the person. Or
Tell
stop
us
wasting
now,
our time.
let's know.
But that's not even where I am going to. Now
After
this
3 kids. Let me begin to
this the community activist in Nigeria.
Okay.
You know him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he now berated Toyin Lawani that most of our friends are swinging for the other side, and she's berating blah blah blah. And then he was like, that was one thing that caught my attention, that because the Nigerian society does not allow people who are in their community to get jobs, to do so and so, that if he knows somebody who is swinging for their own side or who wants to get married, that he's the one that will help them, he will help them organize the wedding, give them the money, and make sure they get married. I'm like, what kind of crazy thing are you saying? Does it make sense to deceive somebody just because you want to be accepted somewhere? Why not just stay on your own? Must anybody know that you are in?
Yeah, because our society does not agree. We have not accepted it, and pressure now. The families will be wondering. Our mothers, there's a way they get bothered that the border will just become everybody's border. The whole house will just be like, so everybody is like, what's going on with border? And they are like, border is well. And some women will even tell their sons, you're fine. So it's they don't want that pressure. You understand? So they are like, okay, at least let me just marry. They are like marrying for them. Let me get a woman, have children, and with that, when that is open to the world, no one will suspect. Most of them have their real relationships. They have their real relationships in secret. Yes, they have it in secret. So the wives would know that he's cheating, but they won't see any girl around him.
Yeah.
You understand? They won't see any girl around, and they will be confused. So they will be like, is he cheating? Yes, he's not cheating, but eventually they will realize that he's actually cheating with that guy. That is his PA. That guy that is his driver. That guy that you think they are just working together. That his friend. Already. Now you even be talking to that his friend now. You even be gisting now. You even be confiding that his friend. That is, I think. You will not know that. Is even the already is even your rival. Is your second wife.
I feel so bad for them.
It's funny, but that's how they roll, really. That's how they roll. Some women are like that too. Some women are married too, but they have their partners in secret.
The God that did it for them should avoid him.
They have their partners in secret, but they have husbands, just for the world to see and know that they have husbands.
We'll take the few comments we have before we open the phone lines. Josh Anis still replying to the video that was sent by Stephen Badamosi. You can't be more correct. I won't be surprised if one day a known Boko Haram member of Fulani headsmen decides to run for a political seat. We pray it won't happen. We pray restructuring happens before then. The fact that they are very visible and so brazen like this in public is a message to show that they are here to stay, and we must get used to their presence. After all, I learned these crazy killers are collecting taxes from farmers. That's a system that they have created, and yes, the state is watching and pretending to be fighting them. What makes us think they won't want to declare war on the rest of the country one day when they are powerful enough to do it? And yet the government is busy destroying the country, pillaging its resources, thrusting more people into poverty and deprivation, raising the amount of hungry and angry people. I am afraid this country. Alright. Namani Stevenson says, "Tony, tell your analysts never to exhaust ourselves, because one could choose a state of origin of his or herself as long as he or she goes through the right channel. the fact remains that most of us in the South don't pursue these military jobs. So don't blame those applicants, but blame those who issued them with the certificates of origin which gave them the right to apply for such jobs. Well, if they use illegal means to get this state of origin certificate, how are we sure that they are going to be able to protect our lives and property legally? We'll open the phone lines now. 08107812544 09153029992. Those are the lines that will lead you into the studio this morning. And you can still drop your comments on the Telegram platform. We still have a little bit of time, so we can take them. I'll take the studio lines again. 08107812544. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, this is the TGIF. I'm teaching my name is
Good morning.
Thank you. Can you hear me very well?
Yes, we can hear
Please
you.
go ahead.
Where is our news from Eba?
We enter train, I could not carry load.
Okay, but you can carry a lot of load. Anyway, you're okay.
Thank you.
From February. That's where I'm going. It will be that those two men were dismissed by the police authority, and it is confirmed that they have not been paid for 2 years running. I called on the civil society organization to move quickly and take the necessary action to defend them and regain their pay. I mean, I saw the video. Those men didn't take bribes. They are not giving bribes. They didn't take bribes. Money was not given to them. Yes, they are asking for money. They what this money. They are strong, so they are unbelievable. But even if you want to take action on that, you don't have to decide to give them all their positions and start them into the job market. How many people are there collecting data? The people collecting. People are not collecting data. And if they are not in this program for video, the civil society, the law, there is law reform, there is law that written that they can take in here and make them get because it is wrong. Absolutely wrong. I'm okay. I'm finally. Senator Socio-political on Sharon, by abiding CCTV. I don't know how you can support include a population of over 200 million plus people. Then you know who is not abiding that can carry arms. I thought it is people carrying that school to take the risk, so that by the time we have taken the risk, then we can include them in this arms and they can fight for the state. And the way to be safe. And that's the individual who will wake up, one man will wake up from the wrong side of his bed and he has God. And he will just break the right, the head of the right. And so because we know it is after 12 minutes last night.
Thank you, Mr. Tanya Brown. Thank you. 09153029992. 09153029992. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
One thing is, presently, in advance, people with national official, we just do an analysis with them. We have people who live in other countries in the world, and when they come back, what they say? So, people are supposed to leave their work for first, to give them the respect, but the respect is by blood, not by because we are joining that uniform, but not respect to know. There was a video very well. You see police officer, MOPD, the Rangers, and also soldiers in uniform. And all those things of young ladies with animal, something or something, to be arrested. Even our relations that are there, people really care for them. You can be arrested by anybody by using the Africa or the Latin Africa or the USA. If you are looking at it, so you think because you are going down this thing, you cannot be arrested. Look, if you are down this thing, you should be arrested. And you have to take this stuff off their head. And they are better everybody. Look, you have your duty, you don't have to their duty, you cannot have their duty. Everybody has duty to do. Not that because you are wearing that uniform, you are above everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Judy. Thank you.
Thank you.
081 07 81 25 44 091 53 02 9992. We still have a few minutes left, so keep pressing the buttons till you come till you get into the studio. I'll take the lines again. 081. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Your name and where you're calling from?
I'm from Lulu.
Good morning, comrade.
Good morning, Auntie Lizzie.
Morning, sir.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
Okay. I heard the morning that the chairman of the governor for went to Wato to seek collaboration with the federal government. Why I will not condemn that move, but I also want to say categorically that the government in Nigeria is more interested in advocating for social justice that will make the state more violent and more autonomous for the betterment of the people. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, comrade Ojoawo.
091 53 02 9992 081 07. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from? Good morning, Mr. Boma.
I want to support what my brother has just said, Mr. Brown. This vocabulary is a contact leadership. The high-handedness is not small. Look, we were just talking with the just woman. We were talking with her. There are not even no evidence that we collected drugs from the woman. We were talking their way of life. In Africa, in Nigeria, is our way of life. If we travel as brothers and brothers, we have to ask, waiting in just the name, this and that, waiting in bring up. We are just talking that the great vocabulary to the contact. In fact, I am not happy at all.
Thank you, Mr. Boma. Our time is well spent today. I just need to quickly drop this correction. Mr. Josh Anif on Telegram. The name is Toni, not Toyn. Hello, do we have a caller? All right. Hello, good morning.
I just want to say, well, except federal government or the system of recruitment, except something that something is done without the system or process of recruitment. And I think we can get out of that. We can avoid all these kind of systems. And just like Marco said on here, that this issue of the second but it's nothing but what we need to do now.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
We've exhausted the time allotted to us today. We will be back here next week for the second edition of the TGIF Headlines for the year 2024. Many thanks to everyone who has been a part of the show. Thank you, Adibisi, for your time.
It was a pleasure.
My name is Tony Adeoye. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you for watching.